From the very beginning, life seemed determined to test her. A small girl named Oprah, born in the depths of poverty, in a world that often seemed designed to break dreams before they could even take shape. Her childhood was not just difficult, it was tumultuous, a constant swirl of uncertainty, fear, and pain. She grew up shuffling between homes, living with relatives, always trying to belong, yet never feeling entirely safe. And yet, even in those moments when despair seemed to shadow her every step, there was a spark, small, fragile, but fiercely alive. A spark that whispered, "You can rise, even if no one else believes you can." As she moved through her teenage years, the world around her remained unforgiving. There were mistakes, heartbreak, and moments that seemed insurmountable. She faced abuse, neglect, and rejection, but within her, a voice began to grow louder, a voice that refused to be silenced. "I will not be defined by my circumstances." Every obstacle she faced was a whisper from life, telling her to stay down, to give up, but she learned slowly that her resilience was greater than any trial thrown her way. When Oprah stepped into the world of media, she wasn't just stepping into a career, she was stepping into a storm. Doors closed in her face, opportunities were denied, and the industry was ruthless. She was judged, underestimated, and sometimes openly dismissed. But here's the first twist. While most would have crumbled, she observed, she learned, and she adapted. She didn't just want to survive. She wanted to transform everything around her. And so, she rebuilt herself quietly, determinedly, meticulously. Her rise to becoming a household name wasn't sudden. It was deliberate. Every show she hosted, every interview she conducted, was a step in reshaping not just her image, but the world's perception of her. There were moments of heartbreak, two careers that faltered, friendships that strained under pressure, and public scrutiny that could crush the unprepared. Yet each time, she found a way to turn pain into power. Every rejection became a lesson, every tear became fuel, and slowly, people began to see what she had always known: she was unstoppable. And then came the real twist, the one most people never saw coming. Success, fame, and wealth, these were not the end goals. They were tools, instruments through which she could heal, inspire, and uplift others. Oprah realized that the true power of rebuilding yourself alone is not just in surviving or succeeding, but in learning how to give, how to reach out, and how to transform the lives of others while walking your own path. There were moments when she doubted, moments when she felt the weight of the world pressing down, but she never gave up on herself, even when the world seemed to have. Her journey was full of emotional turbulence, love, loss, disappointment, and triumph, each one intertwined, each one shaping her in ways no one could see. And here's the beautiful truth. She rebuilt herself not by avoiding pain, but by embracing it. She understood that life's harshest lessons were also its greatest teachers. She learned to forgive, to let go, and to focus on the power within her to create change. And in doing so, she became a beacon of hope for millions. Oprah's story teaches us that rebuilding yourself alone does not mean isolating yourself. It means facing your fears, confronting your past, and rising stronger every single time you are knocked down. It means understanding that the world will try to define you, label you, and confine you, but only you can write the narrative of your life. Her life is full of suspense, full of the unexpected. The story twists in ways we never predict, moments when failure seems inevitable, moments when hope feels distant, but the one constant is her unwavering belief in herself. As she grew older, she extended her vision beyond herself. She became a philanthropist, a mentor, a voice for those who had none. Every foundation she started, every story she shared, carried the imprint of someone who had endured, who had fought, and who had emerged stronger. Oprah teaches us that the act of rebuilding oneself alone is never selfish. It is preparation. Preparation to be a light in the darkness, preparation to inspire, and preparation to make the impossible possible. By the time the world fully recognized her brilliance, she had already rebuilt herself countless times, not just as a media icon, not just as a philanthropist, but as a human being who had faced her fears, faced her past, and refused to be defeated. She embodies the truth that the most powerful people are not those who never fall, but those who rise every time they do, who rebuild themselves alone with unwavering determination, courage, and grace. And now, as we reflect on her story, we see the ultimate lesson. The journey of rebuilding yourself alone is not easy, and it is rarely linear. There will be pain, heartbreak, and moments of despair. But within those moments lie your greatest opportunities for growth. Oprah's life is a living testament to the power of resilience, the beauty of transformation, and the incredible strength that comes from choosing to rise again and again on your own terms. So, as you listen to this story, let it sink in. Let the suspense, the struggles, the heartbreak, and the triumphs remind you that rebuilding yourself alone is not a curse, it is a gift that allows you to discover your true strength, your purpose, and your power to impact the world in ways you never imagined. Because in the end, the world will test you, life will challenge you, pain will find you, but like Oprah, you can rise, you can rebuild, you can transform not just your life, but the lives of those around you. And as the story closes, remember the words that define the spirit of this journey: thrive side